Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatuhu wa barakatuh. How are you all, my dear sisters? I hope that you are all doing well. Inshallah, we are going to continue our journey with Tajweed with most common mistakes in letters Noon and Ra. Let's share the screen with you to start, inshallah, right away. Very well. Okay. Well, letter noon, my dear sister, the most common mistakes which occur when we pronounce letter noon. Number one, not giving it the sound it due غنة when stopping on it. Not giving it its due غنة or the required غنة when stopping on it. And one and two are related. One, it is the opposite of two. Two, exaggeration in giving it its due غنة when stopping on it. Neither nor, my dear sisters, are permitted. Neither exaggerating in giving the غنة its time, nor shorten the time of غنة. In other words, I'm going to stop here, نستعين. So noon will have سكون. When I'm going to stop on a noon with a sukun, the ghunna is going to be the incomplete ghunna. The time of incomplete ghunna, the third level. And the time, and the time required here, it is the time of al-bayniyya. It is the time of in-between letter. So the time of ghunna, when I'm going to stop here, equal the time of al-bayniyya, equal the time of an in-between letter. How I'm going to recite properly. نستعين. Time of غنة, it's only the time of بينية or an in-between letter. Do not exaggerate. Do not say نستعين. No. Time of غنة related to the different rules of نون ساكنة and تنوين. Remember. So if I'm going to hear you say this, so I think there will be idgham. And you pronounce the noon. So what is this? No. Kindly pay attention. Kindly pay attention. Do not shorten. In another word, if I'm going to shorten, I'm going to say نستعين. So the noon is unaudible, always unaudible, because I didn't give the time to the ghunna. I didn't give the time to the ghunna. Remember the noon, when we studied the articulation point of noon, my dear sisters, we said that noon is articulated from two parts, the mouth and the nasal cavity, the tongue and the nasal cavity. So if you don't give the time enough to articulate the noon, ghunna will not produce or will not have the enough time. Take care, my dear sister. So one and two are explained. Number three, giving it a qalqala when it's sakin. Giving it a qalqala. We said the letters of qalqala are gathered in the sentence قطب جد. The noon is one of the letters of qalqala. Plus, qalqala, it's a way to avoid the strength of the letter. Qalqala, it's one of the ways used by the Arabs. We said it more and more. By the Arabs to avoid the complete closure of the articulation point. No, there is no complete closure. It's not a shadid. It's rakhwa. It's an in-between. The articulation point of the noon, it's neither totally closed nor totally open. It's someplace in between. That's why there is a partial flow of sound. So why I will apply qalqala? No need. No need. With qaf, yes, the articulation point is closed. Ta, yes. Ba, yes. Jim, yes. Dal, yes. But noon, why? So give it its time. If you give it its time, which is the bayniya or the rakhawa, you will never apply qalqala. You will apply qalqala if you didn't give it its time. And أنا. No, there is no أنا. أنعمت. No, it's أنعمت. أنعمت. And by the way, here, then the time given to the nun sakina equal the time given to the mim sakina because both are in between letters, biny letters, and they are letters of the sentence Lin Omar. Lin Omar, they are the letters of biny, okay? Number four, making it heavy in words. Nun, my dear sister, it's always light. No other possibility. We said that only the lamb of the word Allah the Almighty. Sometimes could be light, sometimes could be heavy. And the natural mad alif, because it follows the letter which preceded, yes, so it's lam and the alif, yes, and the ra. Ra also sometimes could be light, sometimes could be heavy, and there's two cases where it could be pronounced either or are correct. So those are only the three letters where I have possibility to be light or light or heavy. But other they are either light always, either light always or heavy always. Noon it's light. Always, always. No way. No, it will be heavy. And now why here people could pronounce it heavy? Because there is the ra with fatha, which is heavy, after the noon and the natural mad alif, which is following the noon. So it's anna, not Allah. Do not raise your voice, do not ascend the voice toward the roof of the mouth. Anna, not anna. Annara. Okay. Number five, and this is one of the mistakes which unfortunately becomes very common, and a lot of reciters do you this way. It's the music, and we say Quran. It's recited as how it was revealed, and we say that the Quran passed down to us until today by two ways: written, documented, and orally through succession at tawatur. So we recite as Allah did reveal this Quran upon Muhammad, our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We are not going to invent a new way. No. Okay. Using the music when reciting the Quran is going against tajweed. Generally, first, it's prohibited, it's haram, because this is not the way the Quran was revealed. Second, music and tajweed going against each other, especially when producing the ghunna, regarding the time of the ghunna, and the mudud, the time of the mudud. How many count? Especially in these 2 points, they are going against each other. So if you're going to recite the music, first, it's prohibited, haram. Secondly, it's either you are going to reach a point with the ghunna and mudud, you are going to prefer one of them. You have to prefer the music tunes upon the tajweed rules, or tajweed rules upon the music rules. Kindly do not listen to such reciters, because you are going to be affected by them unintentionally. And do not recite Quran by this way. Yeah. No way. Quran is recited as how it was revealed from the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam until the day of judgment. It's closed. This area is closed. No one is going to come and invent a new way. Oh, this is nice. It's giving a special impression and touch the heart. No, no, no. Take care, my dear sister. This is number five. Shaking. It's ghunna. Shaking the sound of ghunna. When it's stressed, as in min al-jinnati wa nas. which occurs by making the ghunna wavy music and vibrating its sound while pronouncing it. I'm going to recite it properly first. من الجنة والناس. And the time of the ghunna here is the most complete because it's stressed. The wavy way, the musical way, shaking the sun, wavy sound, vibrating the sound. This is accept when you say a song or a or a nasheed, whatever, but not in Quran. I'm going to say it wrongly. من الجنة والناس. What is this? What is this? يعني, I'm sorry. I'm not singing. I'm from beside the Quran. As how it was revealed. يعني, take care, take care, take care. This is a point which is not easy. This is a point which is not easy. Kindly take care. Do not recite by this way, nor listen to anyone who recite by this way. Kindly, kindly. Okay. Now we move to the ra. We move to the ra. Okay. The most common mistakes when we pronounce the ra. The ra. Okay. It's one of the in-between letters. Lin Umar. Okay. بينية in between the ta of the letter. Number one. Number one. Changing it. Changing the ra into a ghain. Into ghain. Change the ra into ghain. Or an undefined oral sound. So change the ra into ghain, and this happens with some people. And usually they have a problem in the pronunciation of ra in generally, and even if in their lifetime usual talking, they change the ra into ghain. So, by the way, there's ways to deal with this problem. Their training. By the way, articulation points in Tajweed help them a lot. And this is, by the way, I say because I deal with such problems. Um, um, because I deal with special needs. So it helps. So sometimes it succeeds. A lot of times it succeeds. If there is, and sometimes they need surgery, yeah, maybe something. Anyway, it's not correct to change the sound of ra into I, unless this person cannot really know where he tried all the ways. He has to, but do not teach anybody by this way. Or if he sometimes the sheikhs say that if the one who's such like this, he mastered all the recitation of Quran, mashallah, and he's perfect, and only have a problem with this. So if you want to teach, so he will say this: I can teach you all the letters except for the ra, and he will say except for the ra, for example, except for the ra. He must clarify this. Must clarify this. Those some sheikhs say again, but okay. So take care, take care. Uh, Teaching Quran is very critical, very critical. May Allah forgive us, wallah. May Allah forgive us if we commit any mistakes. So change the sound of the ra into ghain, no. Okay? So properly it's Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Wrongly it's Al-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Not ghain, it's ra, okay? Number two, making it heavy when it should be light, and making it light when it should be heavy. Remember, we said the ra, it's one of the three letters which can be sometimes heavy, sometimes light. And we said, if you remember, 8 cases heavy for light, and 2 cases, both ways are permissible. I can pronounce it either light or heavy. So, of course, inshallah, we never forget what we did study before. Tajweed like math. I always repeat, from you learn how to what is the value of 0, 1, 2 until the end of the math. You remember math all together because always you're going to use it in different positions. different lesson. Okay, so do not pronounce the ra as a light when it's supposed to be heavy. Ra, when you have a ra, take care. When you have the name of the word Allah, take care. When you have the natural mad alif, take care. The ra here in this word, if I'm going to stop, the ra is going to be sakina, preceded by kasra. So it's going to be light, sakin, preceded by kasra, light, no other way. So it's going to be مذكر, مذ, مذ, مذكر, مذكر. Do not say مذكر. Kir? No, it's kir. Okay? Here. In this word, I have ra sakina preceded by fatha. So it's going to be but مفخم. Sakin, if it's ra sakin and preceded by fatha, no other way but مفخم. Mar. Mar. And hold it for a while. Give it its time. The بينية. Maryam. Do not say mar. Not mar. It's mar. Maryam. Okay? Number 3, exaggeration in repeating it. Exaggeration in repeating it when it's stressed or sakin. If you remember that we say tikrar or repetition when we were talking about the characteristics without opposite, and we said it's a characteristics of the ra and the repetition the repetition of ra until you produce more than one ra is totally forbidden. We have one trill of the time when we pronounce the ra. One trill, light trill to produce the ra. But trill, to allow that tongue to trill more than once, it will produce more than one ra, and this is not permitted. It will be more clarified, more clear when you pronounce ra sakina or ra with shadda. I'm going to recite this word correctly. It's ar-razzaq. First ra is sakin, so give it its time بينية, and it's مفخم, it's heavy, because the second ra is having fatha. If the ra is mushaddada, the first ra, which is sakina, take the same hukm or the same rule of the second ra. So ar-ra, ar-ra, ar-razzaq, ar-ra, ar-razzaq, ar-ra, not, sorry, ar-ra, 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 not ar-ra, ar-ra. Ascend the sound to the roof of the mouth. Ar-razza. Okay, and the zay is doubled, so give it the first time. The first one is time rakhawa or loose letter or soft letter. Ar-razzaq. Wrongly. No. Ar-ra, ar-ra, ar-razzaq, no trailing. Do not allow the tongue to trail more than once. Ar-ra, ar-ra, not ar-ra. No. Here. Irji'u, 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 not not do not allow the tongue to trail more than one. It will produce more than one ra. So under the ra here, if I'm going to start, the hamzat al-wasl is going to have kasra, because the third letter has kasra. This is usually we do when we recite the verb in Quran, which is starting, and I'm going to start by hamzat al-wasl. So I'm going to look to the third letter. One is hamzat al-wasl, two is the ra, jim is the third. So if it has kasra, it will have it. E. So I have ra sakina and preceded by kasra, so it's going to be light. Ir, not ir. Irji'u, but give it its time. Irji'u. So here it's ar-ra, not ar-ra, and here not ir. Number 4, pronouncing it intense, restraint as in, which means Here, meaning that you are going to cut its time. Cut its sound. Ra, it, and in between letter. It's baini. It's not strong. It's not shadid. If you turn it into shadid, you will pronounce the sound like this sentence. I'm going to recite it properly first. Ar-Rahmanir. You see? Allah. Allah. Give the time to the first ra, which is second, before you pronounce the second ra, which is having fatha. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Not properly. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Where is the first ra? You didn't pronounce first the first ra. From where I know that you didn't pronounce the first ra? Because you didn't give the time of bainiya. You didn't give the time of in between letter to the first ra. You just pronounced the second ra. Ara? No, it's arra. It's arra, not arra. Arra, not arra. Take care. Take care. That's why we say that in Quran, we recite the Quran letter by letter. Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam was teaching his companions, and they were Arabs. They were pure Arabs. And the Quran was revealed by their tongue. He was teaching them the Quran letter for letter, not word for word. It's a letter for letter. How to pronounce each letter properly. May Allah forgive us, wallahi, for all our mistakes. I hope so. Number 5, circling the lips. mashallah. Circling the lips when pronouncing it. And circling the lips is very, very, very common. Not only with with a lot of letters. According to what I noticed, my dear sisters, circling the letters is more common with the letters of tafkhim, the heavy letters. خصة ضغط قل. It's more common. And with the ra. With مفخم letters, with heavy letters, some people think that by this way they will produce the sound heavy. No, my dear sister. Just you are going to give it a hint of dhamma because this is how we pronounce the waw and dhamma. Circling the left forward, it's how we pronounce the dhamma and the waw in all 8 cases. Natural mad, easy waw or soft waw, wawlin, or any waw with any short vowel. This is how we pronounce it, and the dhamma. And the only words where we apply or we do this, it's where we make or we apply ishman. It's إلا تأمنا. يعني it's a very common mistake. يعني. It's very easy to understand the tajweed, so you will not commit mistake. The only place where I'm going to pronounce a word and I'm going to circle my lips is in لا تأمنا. I'm going to pronounce it with ishmam like this. لا تأمنا. And that's why Quran must be taught face to face. And that's why we ask you to open the camera. And this is not something we make it from our head. No, it's our scholars said Quran must be taught face to face because you must see me. How you are going to apply a shman if you don't see my lips? If I'm going to explain from here until I die, you will not understand. You must see me and I must see you. That's why we ask you to open the camera. Okay. So circling the lips when pronouncing it. As in, I'm going to recite it properly. It's Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Ar-Ra, lips are not involved. Not Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. No. Ar-Rahim, why? Yeah. By the way, if you make this first, you will give it a hint of Dhamma. Second, you will not be able to give the first ra, which is sakina in Ar-Rahman or Ar-Rahim. It's time of bainiya because it's an in-between letter. You will not be able. How? Try. How? No bainiya. Take care. And hint of the sound of Dhamma. Ar-Ra, not Ar-Ra. Allah, not Allah. No, sound completely different. And I told you the only word in Quran, in our way of narration, in our way, which is حفص from عاصم. By the way of الشاطبية, the only way is لا تأمن. لا تأمن. Yeah, I do this here. One word. One word. Kindly, not before, not after. Only this word. Only this word. We don't make this all over the Quran. No, no, no. Take care, my dear sister. Take care. If you understand Tajweed, I explained to you now. If you understand Tajweed, you will never commit this mistake. You will never. You will never. Yeah, no way, because you understand. Okay. Number 5, not making it clear when it's made sakina when stopping on it. Like here. If I'm going to stop here, the ra is going to have sukoon. So ra sakina, proceed by sakin, proceed by dhamma, so it's going to be mufakham. And it's baini, it's heavy. And baini, it's an in-between letter. So I must clarify the heaviness, the tafkhim, and the bainiya or the sound of an in-between letter. Husr, husr, hold the tongue where in the articulation point for a while to give it the bainiya or the sound of an in-between letter. Husr, not husr, husr, husr. Did you hear the ra? No. No. Because you didn't give it its time. If you didn't give it its time, which is the bainiya or an in-between letter time, it will be not clear. It will not be clear. It will be unaudible. I cannot hear. I cannot distinguish. Husr, where is the ra? It's not here. It's husr, husr, husr. And here, if I'm going to stop, I have ra sakina, stayed by sakin, stayed by kasra. So it's going to be light. So how I'm going to stop? It's going to be as sihr, as sihr, as sihr. Hold your tongue in the articulation point to pronounce proper ra. Proper ra. Otherwise, it will be inaudible. It will not be clear. Okay? Well, that's all. Inshallah, it's not difficult. It's easy. Just concentrate, my dear sisters. And may Allah help you, inshallah, and forgive us for any mistakes that we did commit, and we don't have the intention to do it. So, سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. سلام الله عليكم ورحمته وبركاته. في أمان الله.